My name is Asma, a Syrian woman from Idlib. One day, I was returning from my family's house in Aleppo when I was stopped at a security checkpoint. The officer looked at me and said, "Get out." I asked, "Why?" "I didn't do anything." He shouted, "Take her to Unit 215." I was put in a small room, and after hours, the same officer came in. He asked, "Are you passing information to the terrorists?" I said, "No, I'm just going home." He smiled cruelly and said, "Either you come with me willingly, or you sign the confessions." I screamed and cried, but there was no mercy. He called the Shabiha, and hell began, a memory that won't ever fade. For 9 days I endured torture and rape. I couldn't tell day from night. Then they transferred me to Meza prison, where the suffering grew worse. The Shabaha would beat us in the day, and at night, they'd open the cells and say, "We're your husbands," and take us. Each time, I returned broken. Later, I was transferred to Sednaya, the prison of death. No one investigated, no one cared. I was just a number among thousands of detainees. One day, I felt pain in my body, and the doctor said, "You're pregnant." The guard slapped me and said, "Stay alive and you'll wish for death." I gave birth to a girl and a boy who never saw sunlight, growing up in the darkness of prison walls. Years passed until one day I heard screams, "The regime has fallen." The cells were opened and we were freed. I returned to my family in Idlib with 2 children. No one recognized me, not even my siblings, who refused to open the door. My husband was martyred, and my father was killed by the regime when he asked about me. Now it's just me and my children, with no place to go, and no one asks about our pain. We are the women of Syria who survived the regime's prisons. Our lives were stolen by injustice, torture, and deprivation. But our voices will not die. The world must hear our story, so no one else endures the same suffering.